All right. So.
Well, the tank does the rotation too, so.
Oh, right. They have to be on it too. Okay. All right. Welcome back. It is time for Thaddius. We do have trash before this. These Stitch Colossi. I think it's
One
Colossi.
or two, and then a pack of ghouls.
Okay, so Gluth. All right. Uh, it's just
It
saying.
probably won't even say that there's trash.
Yeah,
Because it's literally two mobs.
are these guys just not notable at all?
No.
Okay. Well, we have these guys that.
I think they stomp, maybe.
All right. Well, let's go learn about the Stitched Colossus mob.
I don't remember them doing shit either.
Yeah, I don't think
they were easy. Just tank spank.
Grab one. There's gonna be a group of ghouls that come to. The ghouls like leap on random people. I remember that.
The marauding geists. There they are. Yep, they all leapt on me.
Yeah, they'll just leap on people. Oh, there's also a shade. There we go. So he has a like a stomp.
Oh, shades are here too. Okay.
Yeah. So he has a stomp that's a knockback. The Colossus does.
Okay. All right. So there's a lot going on here. All right, but we can explain. So these
this is also 4 different trash packs.
Yeah. Right. So
this is not something that we'll have.
So let's break this down. Okay. So first we have these shades. We talked about these a little bit yesterday, but these shades are stealth mobs that will appear all. If you look at the map of Nax, they appear all along. Like when we're in any of these areas, I think they can just appear. That they stealth and walk all around there. So at any time while we're doing these trash packs, we might just get one. And when that happens, everyone needs to turn to it because it does a big old shadow bolt volley and it's a lot of damage. So we got to turn and kill the shades immediately. So they're first. Kill the shade. Boom. All right. The next is these marauding geists. These are roamer packs that leap on you and like do a little bit of melee damage, but they're really not a big deal. So
I think we're just gonna AoE them down.
Yeah. So we pull these separately and AoE them down. Okay. Last we had these Stitch Colossus mobs, and what did we say about that? There's the knockback.
You just stomp.
Yeah. So
that's all they've done so far.
Does the stomp do? The stomp does do damage.
It does do damage.
So
knocks back.
We'll have to see how much damage it is. And is the stomp frontal? I'm looking behind him.
I don't think so.
Let's see.
The animation's everywhere.
Yep. Yeah. AOE stomp. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, we'll have to see how much damage it is. But if it's not that much, then melee can just get stomped and run back in. They have a lot of health. I mean, they are big beefy boys. Look at them. I mean, look at them.
I think you need to get a little closer and say
it. Big beefy boys. All right, next up we got this Stitch Colossus. Another
same
one.
Thing.
Yep, okay. Same thing.
There's potentially 3 of them.
Okay.
If we time it right,
and
you only have to kill that guy because all the other mobs are patrols.
All right, so we walk in. If you've never seen this before, this is pretty cool. All right. All right, Thaddius tells us we got to obey, and look at this place. We got a bunch of slime everywhere. These little tiles down here.
A lot of fun.
We have 2 ramps, one to the left and one to the right, with mobs up here. All right, the mobs are Stalag. Oh God, Fuegan? What do you guys think?
Fuego.
Fuegan
and Stalag.
All right, yeah, Fuegan and Stalag. All right, and way down at the end we have this ominous-looking guy. What's going on here? This is the final boss of the Abomination Quarter, Thaddius. All right.
Ah, yeah, it's Fergie.
No, Fergie. Okay.
Fergie.
Let's wait before we engage him. Let me bring up Thaddius.
2-phase fight.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So, phase 1, we are gonna learn about those guys, Stalag and Fergie. So we split the raid up. Wait, this says Thaddius has about 6.7 million hit points.
Sure does.
It is a long fight, yeah. plus the whole mechanic. Okay, anyway, so yeah, so so Stalag, the people that go on Stalag side, that's the left side, or the west side.
They also swap.
Oh, that's right. That's that they jump between platforms, right?
Mhm.
So when you have Stalag, he does a war stomp, does around 1500. Oh, but it doesn't stun.
No, but I think
It might
does
interrupt
knock
your
back.
cast or something.
I
Yeah.
think it knocks back.
Okay. In addition, he randomly gets a buff called Power Surge, which increases his attack speed. So he gets like an Enrage sometimes, or a Berserk, whatever. As well, he breaks the normal rules for crushing blows. Everything that isn't dodged, parried, or blocked will be crushing. It is imperative that healers be on the ball and tanks keep their shield blocks up. Interesting. So Stalag is going to do a bunch of damage, basically. And tanks are going to be... Huh, that's really interesting. I don't think I ever knew that about this guy. All right. Now Fergie has an AoE mana drain ability and a war stomp that does about 1500. So instead of the murder on the tank, Fergie does the mana drain ability, and then they both have the war stomp. All right. This says both sub bosses initially stand near lightning rods. If a sub boss is pulled away from these rods, they will chain lightning the raid. Every 20 seconds, both sub bosses knock the current tank over to the platform, forcing a tank transition. They are both vulnerable to taunt. Okay, so whenever that happens, yeah, we taunt, no problem. This part should be easy. It's just one of those things where it sounds like healers just want to make sure they're on the ball when we're dealing with Stalag. Just the mana drain, the German dude. Yeah, the mana drain, melee range, or yeah.
It's basically the size of the platform, so the healers and casters are going to want to be basically standing on the edge of the ramp.
All right, yeah, I'll bring it up real quick, so you guys can see this again. We're still not going to engage yet until we do the whole fight, I think. But yeah, this is where the ramp is, and then on top is where these guys are. These are the lightning rods right here that I was talking about. And if these guys get pulled too far away from these lightning rods, then the lightning ends up chaining to the raid. Is that right?
Yep.
And then
or something like that. You just die.
Yeah, you take a shitload of damage or you die. Yeah, so good luck. Okay, so once we kill these guys, Thaddius becomes active, and then we can jump down there and get to them. Okay, you're gonna be I'll show you this when we actually do the fight.
Jump.
Right.
If you don't jump, you don't make it.
This is an actual jump. This isn't like the Wailing Caverns thing where you think it's a jump, but you can actually just run off it. No, you actually have to jump. And you actually have to do it fairly close to the edge, or you're going to end up in the ooze. If you end up in the ooze, hope someone throws a bunch of hots on you. I think it's possible to get back.
It is, but it's not easy.
It's not easy, but if you can manage to get back, you can actually swim out of here, get back up, go back up your ramp, and do the jump again. So it's not over if you fall, but yeah, just make sure you jump right on the edge and you land you land down there, and then Thaddius will be active, and then the tank can get on him. All right, so now let's read about Thaddius.
There's really only one mechanic for Thaddius.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
You have to pay attention to that one mechanic.
Yeah. So said, yeah, he'll also run pack, cheetah or aspect to help you jump, so you can run faster. And that brings up a good point. If you really are worried about the jump, which is fine, I know that stuff can be rough when under pressure. If you are worried about it, just get a swiftness pot, pop it, you'll get some extra jump.
I don't even think you need to jump if you have a swiftness pot.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you might just be able to do that or slow fall yourself or something. So it'll be fine. I mean, I've fallen on the jump before. I know how it feels. So if it happens to you, it's fine. It happens to everyone. All right.
People will laugh at you though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's gonna. Yeah. And that part sucks. I got laughed at when it happened to me. It just happens, right? I took it on the chin and moved on. All right. Okay, so phase 2, right? So this says we actually have a few seconds to get to the platform when they both die. Yeah, Thaddius is in the game. Wait, so Stalag and do they share a health pool?
No, but they have to die within 6 seconds of each other, or they res.
Okay, so we need to be very careful of that. Okay, 6 seconds. Okay, that's a small window. All right. All right. So every 30 seconds of that, this is when we're fighting Thaddius. Every 30 seconds, he'll give everyone in the raid a charge, an electrical charge. Okay, it's either going to be a positive charge or a negative charge. He gives out an even amount of positive and negatives, which means if there's 40 of us, we'll have 20 positives, 20 negatives. So the way this works is every 5 seconds, charged players, which is all of us, okay, will deal 2,000 nature damage to all opposite charged players within 10 yards of them. So if you're positively charged and you have a negatively charged guy near you, you're both going to do a bunch of damage to each other. Also, the debuff will grant you a 10% damage bonus to all oh, that's why he has so much health too, right? Okay, so if you're together with a bunch of pluses, like this stacks, right? You're gonna have like 100% bonus damage
per stack.
Yeah, 200%.
You're gonna have 19 stacks.
Yeah, if everyone's alive, yeah, that's a lot of stacks,
you don't
right?
get a stack from your own.
Right. So to do this, yeah, we cluster up into 2 spots.
To
all right,
his left
next,
or his right.
Yeah, so next, he also has a chain lightning that he does. This says because of the even distribution of charges, assuming you have 40 alive, you will have up to 19 stacks of the damage buff, right, until Thaddius charges the raid again. Wait, that's a different note than the chain lightning. So first he has a chain lightning that we have to heal. So
it's not a lot.
So
it's very healable.
Yeah,
too.
so
it's the only raid damage.
Right. So that's basically what healers are going to be doing. Like if someone messes up their charge and stands in the wrong spot,
they're just going to instantly die. There's no saving them.
Yeah, because they're going to be near a bunch of people. Not if it was 1-1, right? If it was 1-1 off to the side, maybe, right? But we're talking 19 negative charges all blasting you in the face if you're positive. So, you got to be really, really careful. This is one of those fights I was talking about before, like Cthulhu, where if everyone doesn't understand what's going on, it can be really bad. So we have the chain lightning, and then if he has no one in melee range, he'll start throwing ball lightnings. Okay, that's fine. That's only an issue if we don't engage him quickly, right?
Yeah, that's if nobody's in melee range with him.
Right,
we're up there.
Right. So if he becomes active and like aggro's on us, and we don't have like the tank there in time, he might throw one or something, right?
So in theory, the only time that would happen is if, say, Oprimo missed the jump, and then we all just sort of hesitated because there wasn't a tank there. But in that situation, somebody else needs to grab him because I don't think he hits that hard.
Okay, cool. Yeah, someone mentioned in my chat too. Our Akbar did. Yeah, so they have colors or we'll see what. Yeah, one's red and one's blue. We'll see which is which for sure when we go in there. But you can use red and blue if you prefer. If your brain works better over plus and minus or positive negative, or A and B really. However it works best in your brain. But all of us need to understand that mechanic. And after 5 minutes, so we get 5 minutes to take down that 6 million health. So it's a lot, but we're also going to have 190% more damage per person. So after 5 minutes, yeah.
That's why it's really important to stay alive, because if one person dies, it's not that we lost one person's damage. We lost one person's damage at 190%, and we also lost 10% damage to everyone else on that side. Like, it's a massive damage loss if one person dies.
Right. So yeah, so it's like a shit snowball. Like it goes in the wrong direction. It gets worse over time. So So yeah, so it's important that everyone keeps themselves alive. Okay, so now, so like I mean, it sounds kind of simple, right? But have seen it all in execution. Like it might take a couple times for people to understand, but so take a look here. If you look at the platform he's standing on, there's a left side and a right side. If you look at my mini map, it's kind of like a northeast side and a southwest side. We'll just call that north and south. So the right side is north and the left side is south. Okay. So we have to choose sides, right? And say all positives go.
There is a map in the boss map channel that is positives are left, negatives are right.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So positives will be left or south. Negatives will be right or north. You have to constantly be looking at your debuff. I'm not sure what DBM will say to you. I'm sure it'll have a big old warning. But you have to constantly be checking because you're not going to have the same charge for the whole fight. Your charge changes every 30 seconds. 30 seconds? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So every 30 seconds, your charge is going to change. And when that happens, we have 5 seconds to get in the right place or we're going to start shocking each other. Right? I think it's 5 seconds before damage goes off. So everyone, so it's not even the initial placement that's hard. It's the wild running every time he reapplies to make sure that that you're in the right spot. And it can be real easy for someone to tunnel vision on a different part of the fight or their damage and kind of forget about that. So it's important that everyone stays active throughout that. Okay, let's go show it in action now. I'll come with the left side. Let's make sure we don't do any damage to Thaddius. Like we don't have any damage shields or any like counter attacks or anything.
I have Earth Shield.
Okay.
I'm just gonna melee this guy so we can see his ability.
All right, here we go. So I'm also gonna pull. I'm gonna try to pull Stalag back. Oh wait, he's going on his own. Oh.
He's coming to me.
Oh.
It's because I'm healing from Earth Shield.
Interesting. Oh, my trinket went off and killed him.
I'll just kill mine.
Okay. All right. So, well, that's pretty much all there is to it. And sometimes they jump back and forth. Okay. So here's the jump. All right. So there's this ramp right here. You have to run and jump off of it. Straight on. You'll land. Okay. So there's the chain lightning. Okay.
Ball lightning because I moved him too fast.
Okay. So wait for the first assignment.
Into position. He doesn't want to move.
Okay. Polarity shift. Get ready for. Okay. Plus. Okay. So I'm gonna stand to the south or the left side.
I don't want him here, but he doesn't want to move.
Yeah. Akbar. So we want to take him in the middle. Akbar's getting him to the right spot. So if you look over here, Akbar and Fudd have negatives. Notice how they have 2 of the buffs because they're stacking on each other. I'm plus, so I want to be at least 10 yards away this way. It's about this far. The actual tank is also going to have to move depending on what he has. Here comes another polarity shift. Now I'm negative, so I need to move very quickly around to this side and be here.
So he's casting ball lightning because I'm not meleeing him, I think is what it is.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. So didn't we have something back in the day where people moving this way would go around the left and others would go on the right? But
that's on the map as well.
I don't know if this is 10 yards. It is. Here,
his circle is 10 yards.
Here to here is 10 yards. Okay,
yeah,
so
Fudd or we can test it right
polarity
now.
Polarity shifted.
So Fudd,
yeah.
If Fudd moves to my side, you have positive, right, Kaylui?
Yeah. So Fudd and I are
on his butt. Stand on his butt.
Okay, right here. Yeah. So
you are not shocking me where I am.
Okay. So yeah, his circle. Hopefully, it'll be the same way in classic, but this much is about 10 yards. So we want to okay, polarity shifted again. Readjust
every time. All right, Fudd, back up until you're no longer shocking me.
So red is negative. So red is north, and blue is south. If you want to remember that way too.
There we go. No more shocks.
Okay. So it looks fairly clean with 3 people, but when there's 40 people, it's gonna be pretty messy. The more we can stack up on each other, the better, I think. The cleaner we can make it, right? There's another polarity shift. I'm kind of cheating with blinking.
I mean, you can do that in
I mean, yeah. Well, I'm not a mage in classic, but
Yeah.
yeah. So do we want to do the sides thing, Akbar, or do we just want to say get to your side
I
immediately?
mean, we can. So what it is positive. If you're positive, you run. So if you're
There's a
negative
polarity
going to
shift.
positive, you run around this side.
Oh, okay. So I just did the wrong side. Okay.
And then if you're positive running to negative, you run around this side.
Okay.
Because you have 5 seconds to get over there, but that basically gives you a second where if you fuck up or you're slow, you're not going to instantly kill yourself.
Doesn't that mean you just always go to the right?
Yeah, you go to the right.
Right. So yeah, you just go around to the right. Okay. All right. Another polarity shift. I got the same. Right. Did any of us switch?
No, I've only switched once.
That's funny. Okay. Yeah. So the next polarity shift we have to change. We'll show the rotation, but you're basically just gonna do like a circle around him, and the width of this circle is about 10 yards, right? So you can be fairly tight if you want. We're just gonna do a circle around him this way, so that if that 5-second timer comes up, or if there's lag or spell batching, or here we go. Here's the polarity shift. Okay, I have minus still. No change. All right, next one. Next one for sure. Next one. Yeah. Soph's mentioned if you charge changes, pass to the right of him always works. Perfect.
Yeah. And the farther out, like it's not a bad thing to go farther out to basically guarantee that if you're not going to fuck up and get yourself killed. Just don't fall off the platform.
Here comes another polarity shift. Okay, perfect. See how they were both rotated? That was beautiful. Okay, so the tank is also going to be doing that too, right? So you're gonna see Thaddius turning a lot. That's just something that is gonna happen. Look at this guy.
I don't like that he's ball lightning all the time.
Wow,
He shouldn't be, and that's dumb that he is.
Maybe this version works different. Is there a dungeon journal for him? Let me see. Thaddius.
Full aggro.
I don't want his gear. Oh no, there's no journal, just his loot.
There's no journal for these.
Just his loot. Aw. Okay. I'm still negative. Okay. So we should have a timer on our DBMs about when these polarity shifts are gonna happen.
He has a lot of health.
Yeah.
Like even on
There's
this.
polarity shifts. There's that.
Like I might even be able to cast and not kill him.
Oh yeah, our melee does like
He
nothing
has
to him.
3.7 million.
But yeah, like I know we've been going over this for a while. Oh, question from Miso: should range be stacked with melee like we do on
Yes.
Vanquish's chocolate
100%.
starfish? Yes, exactly. So it's gonna this fight is just 2 piles, regardless of what role you are, range, melee, healer. You're just gonna be in the plus pile, which I just messed up on. The plus pile, and the positive pile, which is to the south or left of him, and the negative pile, which is the red pile, which is to the north, over here. That's the only 2 piles we have in this whole fight, including the tank. So the tank has to turn too. So sometimes this back will be to you, and sometimes you're gonna get parried.
It's stuck to be backstab rogues.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the reality of it.
That's just what happens in this fight. Yeah. He's enraged right now.
I'm just gonna kill him.
Okay. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it. So really, this fight is going to be all about the first few attempts, all about practice, understanding where you go, and then at that point, it's execution. But execution by a lot of people, which is what makes this challenging.
Hunters are, to answer that question about hunters are basically going to reverse joust. Like they're going to reverse weave. So they're going to jump. They're going to stay in until the debuff goes off. And then once the debuff goes off, they can back up to shoot and then go back in every 5 seconds.
Okay.
Pets do not get charges.
Right.
According
yeah.
to FUD, his pet did not get a charge.
Only players. No, I feel like that would be broken. But I mean, there's more broken stuff has existed. But that would be sweet. Bring a ton of pets and get like 400% damage increase.
Except you can't really move them. That would be the problem.
Yeah, I
What
guess
do you do if your pet
yeah.
has the wrong polarity from you?
Yeah. All right. So I didn't talk about this in the other videos, but yeah, at the end of each wing, a portal lights up, and you can actually use this to go all the way back to kind of like the entrance, which is actually the center of the zone right here, right? And then we've hit the wings. So right now we're up here, but when we use the portal, we'll go back to the center here, and you'll notice that in the middle, the lights outside of each wing are lit up because we've beaten the last boss. Woohoo! And then when all 4 are lit up, we can click this thing.
You are 100% true. Right. That's all.
Wait, what do you say?
At the end of the fight, if
Oh!
the portal, they're gonna murder each other.
Right. So that debuff lasts for like a minute or something, right? Or 45 seconds or something. Right. So so when he's dead, everyone needs to just take their hands off their keyboards. Just sit their ass in the chair and just wait. Because if we move or if everyone goes to that portal, we're just gonna die. Or if we want, all of the negatives. No, actually, no. I'm not even doing this. I'm not doing that. We're just gonna wait, and maybe we'll just do like loot or something during that. I have no idea. Yo, Sapinkle. Thank you for the prime. Are you Scooter Pink? I know who you are. All right. Okay, so yeah, that was Thaddius. We're done with 3 wings. Can you guys believe it? All we have left is the military quarter, and then the final area, which here is called the Upper Necropolis, which we're going to be fighting Sapphiron, and then finally Kel'Thuzad. Today, what we have planned is the next still the first 2 bosses of the military quarter, Resuvius and Gothic. There's a lot of people here, so after we're done, maybe I'll see if you guys want to keep going. Like, if we have the energy and the time, it might be worth just to bust this all out today. So because tomorrow stuff unlocks in the game, and I know people are going to want to be in game and not necessarily doing this stuff. So if we want to try, that's fine. Otherwise, we'll do the last 3 bosses either Thursday or Friday morning. But we still have 2 bosses to go, so we'll figure that out in a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna take ourselves a 2-song break, which is about 4 minutes, and then we'll be back with the all of the Death Knight wing trash, which you can see here. It's a lot of stuff. There is quite a bit of trash between us and Resuvius, so we'll figure out what all that stuff does, and then we'll talk about Resuvius himself. All right, be back soon.